Thanks for having me here at the 1212 Festival 2024 POPArt.
Exactly.
I think the format is pretty cool to have a festival of 12-minute pieces, which I think is a really fun kind of limitation to have that can be quite challenging but also quite liberating in some way. You've got 12 minutes to do something amazing, so go for it. So that's what I'm excited to see, these short 12-minute pieces.
Festival POPArt. Wow, finally we can have shows that represent all of our languages, and every cultural group gets to feel seen in this festival, and I'm really excited about it.
Well, I've worked at POPArt for many, many years doing shows, and so I'm on the mailing list. But I think that it's been all over social media, it's been on Instagram, and I think it's just a wonderful idea of 12 minutes of 12 shows in 12 different languages, unique in this country. And, at a time when people don't like going out in Joburg, which they shouldn't worry, because it's a great, look at this. It's inspired to have 4 short 12-minute shows in 1 hour and then discuss them all afterwards. So you've got lots of themes, lots of different issues that are going to be raised, and just seeing new talent.
Guys, follow the social media platforms. Follow the social media platforms, please.
Personally, I've never seen shows outside of our normal languages, your English, your Zulu. So being diverse into other languages is going to be interesting, even if I'm not going to understand it, but I feel like I'm going to be intrigued to learn more and just to follow the journey.
Very challenging, because the aim is to try find these still images and be honest with the events that happened to us based on hunger. And it felt like the more we did it, the more we were losing it. So now we had a different approach of where we just say our lines and not move, and just see where we find the truth from just our voices.
I think it's a beautiful idea, and I'm surprised it hasn't been done sooner when I think about it. It makes sense, as a South African way to approach theatre. So I think it's lovely, and I think it's only going to inspire more people to make work and apply and go, we're allowed to do this in our language. It doesn't matter what people think, and I hope it continues.
The process was quite challenging, not because of the language now. I mean, so I challenged myself. Let me go for Isiswati and also other languages, not even Iswati. So it was challenging in terms of the language. Yeah, but other than that, physical theatre,
he choreographed the dance piece himself, and the dance piece was sort of elaboration or playing of his emotion of being a child that grew up with a father that was quite present but very much silent, non-responsive. So his cry was, because there was a moment where the illustration when he said, "I can't breathe," and he wouldn't, because that was supposed to sort of illustrate and demonstrate him being unable to
people who don't understand.
Right, yeah. Because I think also in the building of the work was not only to focus on text and sort of cater for the people that could literally hear, but also visually people could see into the work and get the interpretation, sort of understand where we are.
I always protest in my pieces, always fight.
Yeah.
And I was like, what can I talk about right now? Let me talk about love. Oh, let me talk about the time I go and I overcome that. So, yeah.
When you look at the language that is Chivenda, so most people will be like, Venda is hard, I can't speak Chivenda, I cannot understand Chivenda. So with us using multimedia, it was us to add more, to enhance in our communication so that people can be able to understand it. Oh, now I get it. People will be able to follow the story by watching visually and also listening.
Moeder van Myrtle is an Afrikaans absurd, tragic comedy, and it's basically about a mother and her unwanted daughter and how they survive their toxic relationship and try and make a living for themselves, and it's about the sins of our fathers and our mothers, how it gets passed down, and then eventually and hopefully the circle gets broken.
I guess it's a conversation with my father beyond the grave. He passed away in 2017. He was a pastor, and yeah, I guess it's the things that I wish we could have said to each other, father and son, and also a broader exploration of black masculinity in relation to sexuality and church.
I think more than anything, it's always great to just share soul. I think Leto is a piece that really shares soul. You just want people to be in the world with you. And I think today it was more of just being in space and being in moment. It didn't feel like a performance. It didn't feel like a drama performance and people are here to watch. But it almost felt like it was a soul session. People were there to feel the soul. They were here to be a part of the world more than anything else.
Usually, it was not only just like I want to go and focus on, old stories about the land and wars and whatnot. I was like really interested in dwelling into these names of saying, what does the name mean to us, African children, African people, And so it meant a lot, because when a black child finds themselves with being excluded from their clan or family, or do not have their family surname or something, they believe that they have bad omens and whatnot, and that's why they are willing to do anything, even to kill other people, just to claim that name. Yeah.
Well, from the festival, and I'm going home with a lot of questions, because the drama, mine was about my family, and I'm sure that my family who watched it today, I'm sure that when I get home, they are going to ask me a lot of questions. I saw that some of my family were crying, some of them were laughing, some of them were sad. So for me, it's a personal takeaway from my experience today.
I think my takeaway from the festival is just the diversity and the interdisciplinary approaches that a person can take from, both culture, tradition, storytelling, just different mediums of art. And the best part about it is allowing all the indigenous groups, or all the indigenous languages to be showcased on a stage like this, and further just, tell the story the way they want us to tell it. We grew up thinking there's 11 languages, and then you find out, oh no man, there's another official language that you're forgetting about, maybe sign language, and yeah, my takeaway is just that, primarily, yeah.